Welcome back to the Publishing Store. I'm Heather Roberts. I'm the owner of the Publishing Store, 1852 Media, and 1852 Literary. Today, we're tackling something that might feel a little uncomfortable, the idea that your author brand could actually be working against you. You've probably spent a ton of time writing your book, maybe even investing in editing and covers, but if your branding is confusing readers, all of that effort is going to waste. Readers won't even get to your story because they won't know if it's for them. So in this video, I'm going to share 3 clear signs that your author brand is confusing your readers, and more importantly, what you can do to start fixing it. This one, number 1, is that your covers don't match your genre. It's the most obvious, but also the most common. Your covers don't align. Let's imagine you're writing a dark psychological thriller. Lots of twists, tense pacing, maybe even some chilling reveals, but your cover looks pastel, has playful fonts, and gives off cozy vibes. A reader scrolling on Amazon or TikTok will take one look and think it's a rom-com or women's fiction, and they'll keep scrolling. Covers are the fastest communication tool you have. Readers make snap decisions based off them. That's not unfair, it's human psychology. They're asking, does this look like the kind of experience I want? I'll give you a real example. Frida McFadden, who writes psychological thrillers, uses dark, bold covers with a very clear font for her name in the same place every time. The moment you see her cover, you know exactly what you're in for. That consistency creates trust, which fuels sales. So if your cover says one thing, but your book delivers another, you've already lost that reader. Here's another red flag. Your identity as an author keeps shifting with every release. Now, don't get me wrong, you're allowed to write in multiple genres. You can experiment, but if you release one lighthearted rom-com, then follow it up with a dark dystopian thriller, and you don't clearly signal that shift in your branding, readers will be confused. Think of it this way. If you went to Starbucks and one day your caramel latte tasted like dessert, and the next day it tasted like black coffee with cayenne pepper, you'd stop trusting Starbucks. You'd go somewhere else for reliability. The same is true for readers. They want to know, if I love this book, will I love the next one? If the answer feels like maybe, maybe not, then you're not giving them a reason to stick around. That lack of clarity in your brand identity makes it nearly impossible to build a loyal readership. Sign 3. This one's a little more subtle, but it's powerful. If readers can't describe your brand in one sentence, it isn't clear enough. Think about how easy it is to describe big authors. Colleen Hoover writes emotional, twisty romances that make you cry. Stephen King writes terrifying, character-driven horror. Nora Roberts writes sweeping, reliable romances, sometimes with suspense. If your readers say things like, I don't know, the books are good, then your brand isn't sticky. You want readers to associate your name with a vibe, an emotional promise, and a specific kind of story. And this isn't just about marketing, it's about word of mouth. Readers who can describe your brand clearly are readers who can recommend you to their friends. And word of mouth is still the #1 driver of book sales. So let's recap. If your covers don't match your genre, you're losing readers before they even open the first page. If your author identity keeps changing, you're breaking trust with your audience. And if readers can't describe your brand, then you're forgettable in a marketplace where being remembered is everything. These aren't just branding problems, they're sales problems. The good news is all of this is fixable. Branding isn't something you're either born with or not. It's a skill you can build. And that is exactly why I've created my course, Mastering Your Author Brand. Inside, I break down how to define your voice, your visuals, and your positioning so you can create a brand readers instantly recognize and trust. Because at the end of the day, a strong brand doesn't just make your books look pretty, it makes them sell. You can find the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 3 signs hit home for you? Do you feel like your brand might be confusing readers, or do you think you're on the right track? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit those buttons so you don't miss the next video in this series, where we'll talk about why readers remember some authors and forget others.